Oh, there's a fish. We got one. We got one. He's got me. Oh, something got him. So I got big news. I finally moved to coastal North Carolina, moved to Beaufort, and I'm gonna try to take a stab at the whole YouTube fishing thing. I've been living in Central Virginia for a while and just been spending a lot of time on the road between my bass tournaments that I fish and then traveling to fish all the time and film. I had a remote job in the fishing industry for a while, and I lost that this spring. It wasn't anything I did, but there were some budget cuts. So I've really, once that ended, I kind of doubled down on my YouTube stuff, really tried to film and fish as much as I could for a while this year, and my channel has benefited a lot from that. I'm starting to make some money. It's not quite enough yet, but it's getting there and it's really promising. And I want nothing more than to be able to fish for a living. And this would be arguably one of the coolest ways to do it. So everything you're seeing in these next however many videos, this is me moving to a new area, learning new things. Obviously, I've got friends here that may steer me in the right direction. For the most part, a lot of this is just me in a new area, trying to figure things out, you know, using my best fishing instincts to figure things out. A lot of the time people may think, you know, it's about a certain area, a spot that I'm fishing, but a lot of the time it's just looking for the right things, and fish are fish no matter where you go. If you do your homework and know what you're looking for, you can find some of your own. So you don't have to come fish where I'm fishing. There's fish where you're at, but I try to explain what I can in my videos to maybe help somebody else catch some fish. All of my gear in this video and all the other ones, for the most part, I'm going to be having links down in the description if you want to get any of the equipment that I've used. Well, this is going to be day one of my North Carolina flounder season on video. I caught one the other day from the bank, but I didn't take a video of that. I'm going to run over here to this shoreline and try to net some finger mullet, and then, wow, there goes a big shrimp. I might have to net some of those. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go try to net some finger mullet. Oh, there are so many shrimp in here. I'm going to be cast netting some shrimp. Never done that before, but that was a bunch of them. Anyway, gonna net some finger mullet and try to go get a big flounder real quick. Maybe not a big one. It's a weekend, so I'll take what I can get. There's shrimp absolutely everywhere, so I'm about to see what the deal is with this. Never netted shrimp before, but they seem to be everywhere. Gotta untangle my net here. You're not gonna get the best view of this, but hopefully this will work. Should have got some. Oh, no way. I'm about to load up on some shrimp. They can get down in my drive. I need to put something in my drive. All right, well, that's very cool. It's not a bad sized one there, and I don't know if you've ever eaten fresh shrimp, but I don't even eat shrimp from a grocery store or anything, and I love fresh shrimp because I guess it tastes like what they're supposed to taste like. Here we go again. I think they're pretty thick right here. Yep, they're thick. Holy cow. So I think the move for me is to throw that motor on, cut it off to get into some new water, because when I throw, it seems like it pushes the schools a little ways. Not really seeing them jumping there. Yeah, didn't get any that time. Okay, gonna gather up some shrimp. Yeah, those are pretty good sized ones, I would say. Most of these are good sized. Okay, gonna see if we can get some more. Oh yeah, probably getting some there. Oh my goodness. I probably need to go straight into the cooler with those. That's pretty good right there. There's a nice little rip right here coming off this bank, and flounder likes stuff like that. So we are gonna make a few casts, see if anybody's home. A very floundery spot right here. Water's pretty dirty, but I still think it could happen. Very floundery spot. Come on, where you at? There he is. That would be him. The keeper too. He's not a great big one though. I don't know that I want to keep that one. Might be kind of, yeah, we're not keeping him. Probably should. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? He's definitely legal, but he is 16 and a half. Throw him on a stringer for a little bit, maybe. Craft up a little stringer. There we go, 16 incher. We're gonna throw him on a stringer for a little bit, fish around here, decide if I want to, you know what? If I suck so bad that I can't catch another 16 incher, I just need to give it up. So we're gonna put him back. Anyway, what I was talking about, people will probably see this video and come try to look for the bridge in the background and come fish here somehow if somebody were to do that. And people do, but you can see there's kind of a current seam coming off this little spot right here. And anytime you see something like that, a little marsh point like this, with a little rip coming around it, flounder love that. Current is really good for flounder. They like to set up shop and wait for some food to come to them. And that's what that one that I just caught was doing. He was sitting right here where he was supposed to be. There's not a ton of fish that are that way, but flounder, when you see a spot like this, especially since they're extra protected in North Carolina anymore, you can usually catch one on a spot like this. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, crap. Did we also get... Oh, we got good bait. Okay, we got big shrimp and we got some shads, but we don't have long until the shads die in our little wimpy bait bucket. Oh my gosh, look at all this shrimp. I say shad because that's Eastern North Carolina slang for menhaden, but I live here now, so I gotta call them that. All right, let's see what we can do here. It's about to be a mess, but. And shads. Oh, these are really, really good flounder bait, like really, really good. I don't think they'll stay alive for that long, but we don't need them to stay alive for all that long. Just a little bit. Like that one right there is a dang king mackerel bait. All right, I don't know how many menhaden that is. It's not very many, but I might try to stick one more in there. finger mullet stay alive a lot better, but these will catch them really well. So. But yeah, I'm gonna go back out here and I guess drag a menhaden around on a jig head. Yeah, they're not gonna stay alive. I need to get finger mullet before I go back out to the bridge where I feel like a big one lives. Just a 1/8 ounce jig head. I'll take us a nice shad. Hook him through the nose. Like that. See, all I'm doing with this menhaden is just, there's that little rip coming around that point right there where it's an incoming tide, so the water from out there in the main body of this creek is coming back into this little feeder, and this water is a lot deeper than the water out in the creek itself. So in my opinion, this would be a place where a flounder would be sitting and waiting for the tide to bring him something. Yeah, I'm just using that light jig head to just kind of drag this guy along. Oh, something got him. Something got him. Something got the shad. We're gonna let it chew, because if it's a flounder, we need to let it chew. I don't know, it's kind of swimming out off the point though. Oh crap. I think it's a nice one, but he's got me through something. There's like shells and stuff. I don't know if he's still on here or not. He might have got off. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? Definitely have structure. I think it's probably a big flounder, but there's like crud on this point. He's got me stuck in. Oh, he broke me off. That was probably a big flounder too. Got 25 fluoro on those shells. Gosh dang it, man. That is so frustrating. Look at that. Shredded me. Absolutely shredded me. Well, shouldn't have let him eat it that long, because he ran through those shells. He was sitting on that little shell bed. But like I said, little point with a rip. All right, gonna re-rig and stick another shad on here. Okay, rigging up another menhaden here. I rigged up a Carolina rig with a pretty short leader that's about a foot long, and we're gonna go back up here and see if maybe there's another fish on this point. I'm fighting the tide in here obviously, but you can't see it. Let me pull this thing out here. This is my trolling motor here, my remote for my trolling motor. I'm just gonna bump it up to just some low throttle, half throttle maybe. And yeah, when you're floating back and having to keep bumping up against the tide, really nice to just be able to throw that throttle on high instead of pedaling against it. Lazy man's way, but boy is it nice. And you can fish longer distances away from wherever you launch, get a little further than where most people are going. Goes a long way. I'm not that far right now, but I'm just saying it's an option. If you want to go 2 miles before you start fishing, you can do it. I totally understand why he cut me off. That's not surprising one bit. So many shrimp. I don't even know how a fish even bites when it's like this. So much food everywhere. Wow, those are sharp. I need to shorten this leader up anyway. Hook him on there. He's looking good and alive. I'm gonna kind of feel it out here. See if I can find the end of it. Figure out where I need to put my bait. redfish. We got one. We got one. He's got me. Hopefully it's a flounder. I don't want to let him eat it for too long. Got him. What do we have? I think it's a redfish, maybe. Big head shakes, whatever it is. But I know that my line is super chafed from the oysters, so I'm thinking redfish because of how he's pulling. I don't think he's all that big, but I'd like to see, I don't know, just some fierce head shakes. But yeah, like I said, my leader's all shredded, so I don't really want to put that much on him, and I'm trying to, he's going up current, so he's going away from the spot right now. Pulling probably too hard to be a flounder. He hasn't given me a flounder head shake either. Probably gonna get out and beach him up in the grass. Yeah, it's a redfish. Just like a normal sized slot red. And because of the way he bit and fought, that's the other thing that I had there. So that's a nice one. It's a nice fish. Oh, that bank is quite steep. Oh. Yep, I'm out. Okay, pulling the kayak up here. Now we just got to tire this guy out. I'm fighting him pretty relaxed because of how I know my leader is so chafed up. He does not want to quit, I know that. Typical redfish. He's a little better than I thought. A good sized slot drum. All right, let's see if we get him here. Up, 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 up. I believe we got him, even though he still probably could get out of here because redfish eat and stuff like this, but yeah. There we go. Keeper red. If we were allowed to keep more than one flounder, I would be letting him go, but you know, that'll do. That'll do, that'll do. Can't believe, with all the shrimp around, that this thing bit anything. Anyway, there he is. We're gonna lay him up here for now because I gotta put some shrimp in my cooler. Look at all those. That's what I'm talking about. Mix these guys up. Cool. Well, there we go. The mystery is solved. Fortunately, that was not a flounder that I broke off on that spot. Very unlikely because of how that one fought, that redfish fought compared to the fish that I broke off. It's probably another redfish about the same size that I lost. Okay, so we caught a bunch of shrimp, caught a couple baits. I only got that one throw on those mullet, and being a dummy in the kayak, I let a couple of them through the drive. So I have 3 mullet, but I only got to catch 1 flounder, so I think I'll be all right. Released that one earlier. He was kind of on the smaller side, so I let him go. But yeah, gonna go see what the deal is with some live baiting. Got a bunch of shrimp that I'm gonna give to my parents who are waiting for me. I'm gonna give them these shrimp and they're gonna head on back home to Central Virginia, and then I'll be back to fishing. Oh, flounder. That might keep. I don't know how big they have to be to keep. I don't think he's big enough. I don't think he's big enough. But if he is, I'm leaving with him. But I don't think so. I don't know how big they have to be. I think it's 15. I think this one's like 14. Yeah, he is 14 and a half. But we got another one. I knew there was one there. I just had to fish for way too long to get him. Just switched to a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader because there are a lot of oysters here, which is not something I'm used to. I think that's probably just standard for fishing in places with higher salinity, but where I fish up around the Nag's Head, Oregon Inlet area, there's I think that water's lower salinity because there's not very many oysters. But here there are lots of oysters, which is really good fish habitat, but it also chafes your leader up pretty seriously. And I think I'm probably used to using lighter leader than normal for inshore fishing because we don't deal with really any rock or anything. It's either sand or mud for the most part. So yeah, I upgraded to 30-pound from 20, and 20 is about as, I mean, that's what I use most of the time, 15 to 20 in the you know, further north in the Outer Banks. Here, I have a feeling I'll be finding myself using 30 and 40 more often, especially if I'm fishing a dirtier water area like this. This water's pretty stained. It's a dicey game of trying to land close enough to the oyster bed to be where the fish are, but also not land directly in the middle of it and get snagged. But as you can see, I just got hung up there, popped it free, and I'm just kind of feeling this spot out, getting an idea for where the oyster bar is, where I can land and run right down the edge of it, because that's how I caught that one, was running right down the side of it. And you know, the flounder is obviously not going to be laying on top of the oysters, but he's probably going to be very close to it. So you just have to feel it out and figure out what the right cast is. So I don't know if live bait would help, or if the water's just so dirty it's a matter of making enough casts with an artificial that you landed in front of one and it reacts to it. But I know there is a lot of food in here. Between the menhaden, finger mullet, and shrimp I've caught in my cast net. Okay, oh, that's a flounder. No, it's not. What is this? Redfish? I think we got another redfish. Nice redfish. Dang, son. Dang, son. Okay, well, I was gonna say I just spotted another oyster bar, so I'm using a using that same old jerk shad, and I got thumped, and I was really hoping that it was gonna be a flounder, but we have another red. That's cool. Woo, come here, buddy. Okay. Pop that jerk shad out. Stay still, buddy. Yep, there he is. About like the other one. Not a bad one. Getting going again. Just caught that redfish off this little point that definitely has an oyster bar. I was hoping he was a flounder because he bit like the flounder, but he was not. Yeah, I can see there's a little rip coming off this point, so there's definitely some sort of structure here. I would imagine it's an oyster bar because of how this looks compared to the other spots that have been like that. Hopefully there's a bunch of fish on this spot, because last time I had a redfish bite, I got multiple redfish bites. Another red. No flounder yet. There he is. There's a little clump of grass right here, and there's a current boil on it, which probably means there's some type of rise right there, whether it's oysters or just a hump or what, I don't know, but it's making a current break, so I'm gonna see if there's any fish here. Not much current on this dock, so I do not have high hopes. I think if we get one, it's going to be up here on this point. If I had some current on this dock, I would fish it a little more intently, but not much current. I feel like we need current to really get one on the dock. And we're fishing once again. It's a good looking spot right here. Little point like I've been fishing. There he is, I think. I don't know. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh my goodness. Yep. That's gonna be him if we can get him. If we can get him. Oh gosh. I don't know what to do because I don't have a net like a dummy. I just... Oh gosh. Guess we're gonna try to tire him out. Maybe try to beach him, but I don't think this grass is shallow enough to beach him really. Nice fish. Real nice fish. How deep is it right here? Oh my goodness. Real good fish. Got his butt. Yeah. That's why we released the 16-incher earlier. Now we can go home happy. That's probably the biggest flounder I've ever caught. He's not real happy. I wouldn't be either. On the artificial. If you watch my videos, you know there's pretty much one artificial that I use, and that's it. That is he's a hair under 21 inches, so that is, it's like right at tide with my personal best flounder. And now we get to say goodbye to Mr. Finger Mullet. You are a lucky guy. Quickly gonna go over what I was fishing with today. That's a Penn Clash 2 3000. This is the Penn Battalion. They make Battalion 2 now, I think. This is an older one that still hasn't broken. And I was using a Z-Man jerk shad 5-inch on a headlocks jig head. If you watch my videos, you know that's about all I use anymore for inshore fishing. And then the redfish that I caught on the live bait is a Slammer 4 3500, 15-pound braid. That's 15 on the other rod too, I believe. Carnage 3 inshore spinning is what this one is, and that is a 7-foot. I don't remember what the weight, medium light or whatever, but it's rated for 15 to 40 pound braid, 7-foot. I believe it's a moderate action. Using 30-pound fluorocarbon leader on both of those for the most part, if I remember correctly.